Welcome guys to my channel. I am Aaron Hughes, a U.S. Army intelligence analyst turned semi-investor. I'm not a professional whatsoever, but my wish and my goal with this channel is to help you looking to get to the stock market. I am a little sick, so please excuse my voice. But I want everyone to try to get into the stock market and understand like they can start investing today and they can put their money somewhere and see it grow. And I provided really a stock market overview of what that looks like and how you can necessarily get into it. So follow me today as we kind of analyze some information on, what the stock market is, brief history. I watched a video, I have it here on YouTube. It's from Netflix about the stock market and history of it. It's only 17 minutes. Check it out. Make sure y'all guys like, comment, and subscribe, and share this channel. What we want to do here is, like I said, I'm going to be transparent. Like I'm going to show you my portfolio right now. I currently have $19,000 investment in this account. It really dawned on me the other day. I was in bed doing all this research. I'm like just trying to educate myself, and I'm really kind of get into it day by day because I'm really like consume myself. Once I really on something, I like really try to do my best to be the best person in it, and then that allows me to translate the information to y'all to make it make sense, right? So I was looking at my accounts, and it dawned on me most of the accounts you have, your checking account, your savings account, they literally just look like this. It's a black number. It's doing nothing. And it was like, but when I look at these accounts, like when you see some of the days that we've had in this account, there was a day where I watched an increase of $600 from Wednesday to Thursday, an increase of $600. And that was beautiful. Like I was like, wow, I made $600, roughly $75 an hour out of an 8-hour workday from just having a stock portfolio. And I was like, why do we have these accounts for so long? And we've just been like, I don't know, like kind, or we've been so like just told about like putting your money aside and saving it and waiting it and keeping it aside and don't touch it and just let it sit there. And it's like, that makes no sense because the money is doing nothing. The best way to use money is to invest it into vehicles, into things that will allow you to gain more money, like putting your money to work. That is what the richest people do in our society. That is what real people do with their money. They don't let it sit there. And when you look at your account, what you'll notice, even when you have money in your account, is decreases. You go to the grocery store, decrease. You go shopping, decrease. You go to movies, decrease. Restaurant, decrease. Right? Rarely do you ever see an increase only on bi-weekly on a Friday, or if you get paid weekly on a Friday. And that's the only time you see money go to your account, right? So it was like epiphany, right? I was just like, bruh, I need to put my money to work. And I'm like, this year I'm going to put as much money as I can to work. I am not going to sit by as the price of the brick, the price of eggs and bacon and groceries and gas and everything increases, and my money just stays down here chilling in the wayside, just doing absolutely nothing. Like it made no sense. So yeah, open up a brokerage account. Uh, wasn't the best day in the stock market, right? You can always pause the video. You can view my stocks. I'm just invested into like regular companies you guys heard of: Nike, Tesla, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, USP, UPS, Visa. Nothing special. A couple of defense companies because America is always using our tax dollars to pay for defense. Delta Airlines, right? So yeah, this is where my portfolio is. I'm going to show you guys every day. I'm going to be very diligent about doing that. So today, the game plan is to go through kind of a general understanding and background of what the stock market is, and ask very good questions about certain things. And I'm going to provide this. I'm always going to provide like as much information as I can to you guys. I'm even going to start providing like this mic, like where I got it from, how much it costs, and this camera that I just bought. You can see me now. How much that costs, and maybe these headphones, right? And maybe even the software. I'm using OBS. I've been on OBS like just today or yesterday, right? Like I'm learning. I just go to YouTube. I type in like, yo, how to do this, like troubleshooting. So, yeah, because if you want to get started on YouTube, everybody has a voice and opinion on certain things, and I watch some of the YouTubers say you can make extra money by just turning the camera on and just doing what you're going to do anyway. And some people generally just want to watch that, and they like your voice, and they like the way you give information and feedback, and they love the value of just right. So that's my hopes here, is to just educate people and educate myself as well as we go through this process. So like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let's get into it. So I have this document, right? Let's tell it. Oh, it's already titled, right? Stock market overview. This will be linked in the description of every video. I always provide my references. I do all my homework, try to give y'all the breakdown of where I'm getting it from, so y'all don't, like, I'm not sounding like somebody that's an expert, and I'm really not, because I don't have any license. I'm just a regular guy, former U.S. Army military intelligence analyst. I'm going to use those same skills that I learned in the military to help you make educated decision and analyze information, right? So we just doing our homework, right? Trying to figure out what this thing is and how we can use it, the average person, how we can use it to then put ourselves in positions where our money is working for us, right? So first question on here is, what is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? So let's get into it. Did I have this link? Come on, the link gotta work, bro, cause can we just navigate to that? Copy link. Just click here. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Usually on Word, you got to do control click, but okay. The Dow Jones is a stock market index that tracks 30 large publicly owned blue chip companies traded on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, right? So it's just an indicator of the stock market health of 30 companies on the stock market. Those 30 companies are formidable companies. They've been around for a while, and they have a history, right? It was designed to serve as a proxy for the health of the broader U.S. economy, right? It's referred to as the Dow. The companies on the Dow. Will it tell us? Well, let's look. Okay, here we go, right here. Perfect. So here are the companies. American Express, you heard of Apple, Boeing, Caterpillar, Chevron, Cisco, Coca-Cola, Goldman Sachs, Home Depot, Honeywell, IBM, Intel, Johnson Johnson, JP Morgan, McDonald's, Microsoft, Nike, Salesforce, Verizon, Walgreens, right? And so on and so forth. And then it gives you the year, and that's the thing about the Dow Jones, right? So apparently, they're only dealing with stocks that have been in the market for a while. And the newest one that just got on here is Honeywell, got on here in 2020, so it hasn't been around that long, and Amgen. But this company been here since 1976. 1932, Procter & Gamble. Wow, that's easily for sure the youngest one or the oldest one. So that's beautiful, right? So these companies, you could like a surefire way to invest, because they have been through the 2008 financial crisis, and other crises in the stock market. So they're good bets, right? They're good companies to invest in, and they're worth taking a look at for sure. Okay, next question. What is the S&P 500? The S&P 500 is what is the S&P 500? It's another index, tracks the largest company in the United States. Its stocks are curated by the S&P Index Committee, which selects companies based on a number of factors, including market cap, sector allocation, liquidity. So the S&P has 500 companies in it. It's just like the same thing as the Dow Jones, but it's 500 companies with different rules, I guess. 500 of the largest U.S. companies based on their market capitalization. I'm sick, by the way. Like, I can't even breathe. Like, my nose is just so stuffy. And I want to go to work tomorrow because I haven't been to work. I've been sick for like a week, bro. Like a week. Once you have a kid, your body just, I don't know if I look sick on the camera, but I'm a pretty healthy guy. I'm a pretty fit guy. I still run. I'm training for a marathon at the end of this year. I ran one last year. I like to work out. I like to eat a little bit of junk food, but I'm pretty disciplined. But you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. My daughter, she got me. Maybe it wasn't even her. Whatever got me just got me. I've been sick for longer than usual, right? And this is with life. You get older, baby. My body, like, that's an indicator like that I'm getting older. Because I'll be 30 next year. Thank God. And that's why it's important for us to invest in the stock market, for me to put my money into a vehicle that's going to see it grow, because I played in my 20s, partied, I lived in Cali, I've been in LA, San Diego, all the shenanigans, right? All the shenanigans. Maybe I'll get into it from time to time. Like, I was just wasting money. I was blowing money the weekends on alcohol, bottle servers, just whatever, like, everything, right? I threw parties at my house with the homies, all types of stuff. But now, a woman told me a long time ago. She said, "Don't let what you did in your 20s continue in your 30s," and that is something for sure. Uh, and most of us, we mess up our life in our 20s sometimes, like to a crazy extent, like going to jail, um, credit, all types. Like I have bad credit too, but it's like you want to kind of cut down on those habits that don't make sense because you are kind of getting to, I think, what, like the age of, is once you're over like 25, 26, 27, you're kind of like an established adult. At least that's what society thinks, but that's a whole different conversation. So these are the 500. Oh, they're not gonna give us the 500, but they give us 10 are the biggest ones in there. Yeah, the S&P 500, 500 companies. Look into those. You can invest those as well. I will look into those. Okay, next question. The Nasdaq. I'm so sorry. That's gotta be so annoying. Like just hearing me. I can't breathe. I can't. I cannot breathe. Sorry, I cannot breathe. The Nasdaq National Market referred to one of the market tiers of the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is what most people thought of when they referred to the Nasdaq. The tiers were made up of more than 3,000 companies whose base consisted of domestic and foreign shareholders. Here's some takeaways. The Nasdaq was one of the two market tiers. 3,000 mid and large cap companies. We might get into that at a later video, like mid cap, large cap, small cap. I think that has to do with like the valuation of the company, right? The size, the volatility, like how much volume and how much is being traded and stuff. Uh, so we might get into that for sure. Uh, yeah, here's the Nasdaq. Next question. Next question. Okay, why do you need to start investing today? Inflation. You see why I voted at inflation? Because your money is not worth the same as it was yesterday. And I'm saying that because when I was a kid, I used to go to the store with my cousins in Detroit. I used to buy Dollators for a dollar. You hear what I just said? I used to get four for a dollar. You know how much I could get now for a dollar? Maybe one. Maybe one. I don't even know. Like I haven't bought them in a while, but it's not the same. Like a dollar used to go so like a dollar. I used to feel so rich as a kid when I had $5. Like if I have $5, you could tell me that I used to go to the store in the city in Detroit and get like so much for like the juice pouches. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little juice pouches, they plastic. They got this little thing on the top like that you peel off or you punch through it. Uh, bro, you get 4 bags of chips for a dollar. You get 4 bags of chips, 4 pack of Annihilators, juices, and one extra item. You like you living. If you was born in the 90s, I was born in the 90s. You was living. You was living. And those things were just amazing to go to the store and be able to get that much as a kid. You really, it just has this, feeling that gets me excited just now thinking of it. But that's what I'm saying, right? That's the whole point of the conversation. I can't do that. I can't do that no more. I can barely get a bag of chips for a dollar. I think a bag of chips like $1.99. Most items, Skittles, groceries, gas, whatever. Everything is just it costs more. Uh, that's just what's happening with the economy. Things just cost more. Labor costs more. And if your money is sitting in an account, like how my money was sitting, and I have money in my checking account, but it's just sitting there. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's not growing. Uh, but the price of items, everyday items, are increasing. Like, and what are you gonna do about it? I don't know what's the last time you got a raise. I don't know what's the last time you got an extra set of money. It's tax season. You got some money coming in, but like tax season don't even hit as hard. Your refund don't hit as hard as it used to, right? Like when I was in college, I remember blowing a whole refund just in like 2 days. That's a whole different. But that was like I was being stupid, right? That was a 20-year. That's a mistake. I'm learning from the mistakes, and this is what we're doing here now. Uh, yeah, refunds don't hit like they used to. Uh, I don't know how much money y'all making, but if you making 15, $20 an hour, after them taxes come out of that check, it don't hit like it used to. And that's what I'm trying to say. Having your money in an account uh, allows for your money to grow as inflation like as the costs of items grow, your money is kind of going neck and neck, right? To a certain extent. Maybe you'll even make more. And my wife always says that she would love to get to the point where we go to the grocery store and don't even think about the grocery bill. Like that's her like epitome of like being financially successful, which is like that's pretty funny because me, I think I will always look at the grocery bill. That's just me, but I mean some people say the same thing, like they will want to go to shopping and pick up an item and just buy it and just just buy like 5, 15, 20 items. They don't care and just cash out, don't even care. But there's still very rich people that are very, very cynical with their finances for sure. Because obviously, how did they get there if they weren't very strategic about how much they spend and how what I mean? And I want a deal. I always want a good deal. I'm a bargainer now, maybe because I'm getting older too. Like I'll be going to the store. I'll be at the grocery store like grapes, like I'm not buying grapes. Yo, grapes in the store be costing so much money for what? I'm not buying no grapes. If it's not on sale, I'll be like, really? I get to the point like I started going to the grocery store and I literally look at like the grams, like the cost per grams. Like I look at how much I'm getting and how much it costs, and I like divide, right? And yeah, yo, if you buying grapes, if you buying cereal and grapes, you are rich, cause you don't need cereal. I always thought cereal was a luxury. Like cereal's a luxury. Think about it. It never fills you up. You just eat it in the morning. You eat it sometimes at night. You like it's not a real meal. It's like it serves no purpose. If you buy cereal, to me, you were rich. Like that's a rich person thing to do. Eat cereal. So, but inflation, right? Inflation. That's what I'm trying to get to. Is your money's not worth the same. It's not going to be worth the same tomorrow, and you need to have some type of vehicle, whether it's real estate, stocks, annuities, but like all this stuff that we're gonna get into. You need to have a vehicle to be able to put your money aside and see it kind of grow as the cost and your expenses grow. Excuse me. Okay. How much do you need to start investing? You see what I have there? $5. I think you can invest $1. Should we try to invest $1? I have my phone here. Thank God I got this camera. Let's see. Oh, I can't even buy nothing. But I was telling y'all, I think on one of my videos, I was saying like you can invest in a cash app, right? So if you go to if you go to the cash app, and y'all see my phone, you see that, right? You go to this. I wish I could show y'all but that's kind of looks ugly. But if you go to one of the icons, it's like the uh, second icon from, and then you scroll down, um, and you can invest in the stock market. I think right here. Where is it? Is this it? I could have sworn you can invest it. You can invest on a cash app. Pay over time. What is this? I used to invest in a cash app. Now they changing the game up. Okay, sorry. You go to home. You go to home and you click stocks. And Bitcoin is going crazy right now. I'm not a Bitcoin person. We might get into Bitcoin. It's $63,000 just in case you're interested. But here's the stock market. So in the home button, you go to. I got 98 cents in there because I used to like watch stocks uh, on the Cash App. Yeah, and I still I got a little stock. So excuse me. Yeah, you don't need to be a superhero. You don't need to go all over the place. You can invest right in the Cash App. Most of us have a Cash App. Just download it, input your financial banking information, whatever, and boom, you're good to go. Start investing. Put money in Cash App and let it rock. So investing is a great vehicle because the stock market was made for regular everyday people like us to be able to grow our money. Because when you go to the bank, excuse me, and you try to get a loan for cars, they charge interest. You try to get a loan for a house, you gotta have a good credit score, depending on how much it costs. And you gotta have collateral. Yeah, you gotta pay a down payment, right? Um, what else? You can start a business that costs money too. I started a business. I think I spent 2 G's to get my business started. It don't cost that much, but that's how much I spent because I like had somebody else do the paperwork. Anyway, um, and I've invested more into the business for sure, just on products and figuring like testing the products. I got one of the shirts that I sell on my website right now. So yeah, to get into all these other things in life usually they cost either time or money. So let's say, right, you don't make enough in your regular 9 to 5 job. You could pick up another job on the weekends, or you could work from 9 to 5. Then you could work maybe from like 6 to 8 or 6 to 10. So you work in what, 8 hour, 12 hour days. So it takes sometimes to be like that because that's what I used to do. And when I was single, when I'm single, I mean I'm married now and I still had the same hustler mentality. School, work, start a business, YouTube, reading books. I don't. I built up this capacity to like work and not really get tired and like I just shift my mind into like let's do it. And I'm just an idiot because I believe I can really kind of do anything and I'm willing to look stupid doing it through the process. Like that's just my superpower. Right? When people talk about like, you go to interviews and people talk about like, what are your strengths? My strength is I'm willing to like go as hard as I can and ask questions and look like an idiot and to believe in myself and put forth the effort and say I don't know, right? Like that's my strength, 100%. The ability to just believe that I can do it and I'm going to do it. So, but stock market it's a great vehicle because you can do it today and you can see your money go up and get a house, start a business. That takes time. Even get another job. You gotta go through the interview process, fill out paperwork. You gotta go through those board orientation videos that be taking like 8 hours, all that stuff. So the stock market is a great way to just put your money somewhere, chill. Look, I should have said at the beginning, this is not a get rich quick YouTube channel. Like this not that. Like we invested for the next 10 to 15, 20 years. This money that you see in my account, I'm not touching this until 2040, 2040, 45. Like, I'm not touching it. I don't need it. I just want to see it increase and be in a position where I can like use it to my advantage later. And I'm not sweating it. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's why you need to get the stock market. I'm not about to get into all this playing with money, sitting here trying to view all this information. No, I'm not doing that. Real quick, I want to show you guys something because you need to analyze stocks. You need to look at financial statements. You need to look at financial statements, like their budget, how much liquid they have, all types of stuff, right? So if you navigate to Chat GPT, I went earlier and I threw in a document. Here it is. This is Apple's financial document. It's 3 pages and it literally gave me, and I just said, what is the health of this company? It said, based on the fiscal year 21-24, quarter one, that's what that stands for, consolidated financial statements for Apple, the health of the company appears strong and show positive financial performance. I mean, Apple's a great company. This gave me 7 reasons why it's a great company. So that's a beautiful thing about this tool is I would have looked at that statement and I would have been like, I don't know what I'm looking for. I even did it earlier with another stock I was looking at because I was looking at the dividend stocks. This paper is 34 or 40 pages, this PDF, and it just gave me this. It gives a comprehensive overview of Albemarle Corporation. Key highlights include achieving the highest full-year net sales and the second highest earnings in company history with a year-over-year net sales of 31%, right? Then I asked, are there any signs of loss? And then it says, right, yeah. And then I asked, right, more questions. So take that information that you get. You can go, let me just show you. You just type in investor. I typed it in investor relations. Let's go to Tesla, right? Tesla investor relations is going to be the first thing that comes up always. And then basically you go here and you can get these documents. And you can basically gain some insight on the health of the company. That's what it's giving you, right? Like it's telling you based on performance and all these other things that you want to make sure of. Then I was watching a video. A guy said you also want to look at the board of directors on a company, and the leadership. Right, you got Elon Musk Andrew Baglino, board of directors, right? They say this really matters, which for sure it does, because I was watching a video and a guy made a very valid point. No different than a coach, right? Nick Saban, one of the greatest coaches in college football history, just retired. Nick Saban led Alabama to I don't know how many SEC championships. And when he left, I don't know if you watch college football. When he left that school, you know how many of those kids transferred to other schools and they are going to other colleges? A lot. Because an organization, it matters who the head coach is, right? It matters who the coaching staff is. If you want to have a winning team, you need to have winning coaches that have the mindset and the ability to navigate strategic components in hard times. And that's what you want in a stock company. You want a good leader. So that's why that matters, for sure. So let's get into brokerage account versus checking account. Okay, here we are. So brokerage account versus checking account. Brokerage checking account is a checking account offered by brokerage. Many brokerage offers these accounts, and they generally sweep your funds into banks that are insured by FDIC. I talked about it in another video. Here are some things they do: is they reimburse ATM withdrawal fees. I don't be withdrawing no money for the ATM. If you carry cash, I don't be carrying cash, and I should, because I know and I've heard that you will spend cash less than the times you swipe that card. Like if you carry the cash, because you will see the money leaving your like your pocket. Like you start the day out with $100, and then you like, dang, I only got like $40 left. Like, so it's, you know what I'm saying, you consider it. When you got a checking account, you just like boop. You know what I mean? You just swipe it. I just be swiping. So maybe that's something I need to do with my money, is pull out more cash. But I don't like change. That's the thing about cash, is to change and it'll be in your car, it'll be all over the place. That's what I don't like. I don't like change at all. Okay. Pros, advantages and disadvantages of a brokerage checking account. Brokerages generally have no minimum balance requirements. They may reimburse fees for using different banks' ATMs. They offer free checks, and they partner with multiple FDIC banks. Here are the cons. They offer low annual percentage yields. Annual percentage yields provide. It's just like when you put your money in a savings account, the account grows. Like a savings account, it has like a AP annual percentage yield that allows your money to grow in that savings account. It's not much. I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to sound like an idiot, or not even that. I want to make sure I'm giving you valuable information. Brokers typically don't have cash handling employees, so you can't go into like if you got a Wells Fargo account, you go to Wells Fargo. You got Chase, you go to Chase. You can talk to people and ask them about stuff. They don't have those. They don't offer all the services that traditional bank offers. Excuse me. For sure they don't. And they don't offer mortgages and loans. Okay. So what is annual percentage yields? What is that? Let's see what that is. I'm going to tell you about that website in a minute. Yo, look at my chat, bruh. Look at all this. I be on chat GPT, like, just asking questions, right? Like, that's what made me become an analyst in the military. I'll just generally love to ask questions. If I don't know, I'm searching for the information. So average percentage yields refer to rate of return earned on a savings deposit or investment over a 1 year period, taking into account the effect of compounded interest. Okay, what is the average APY? So how much are you getting if you keep your money? I don't keep my money in the same. I have a savings, but I'm getting more than that on my stock for sure. I think you only get like 2%. At least it's growing, but I mean it's not much. Like it's not really getting. It's not doing nothing in there. Like, look, this is the thing with ChatGPT. It didn't give me no like. What is all of that? I want to know like percentages. So let's do that somewhere else. Let's ask Google. Wow, according to FDIC, the national average interest rate on savings account stands at 0.46% APY. Okay, let's say you had 0.46% APY, and let's say, let's do this. Let's say I have, excuse me. Let's say I have $5,000 in my checking account, in my savings. How much will I have in 5 years. 5,000, 0.46 APY, annual percentage yield. Look at this. Okay, it's broke itself. Now it's going back. Come on. It ain't gonna be that much. It's not even a... Yo, it really can't do this math. Wow. I've never seen it before. Maybe I should go to ChatGPT 3.5. Now it's going to do it. No, I need you to do it. I'm going to say try again. If it doesn't do it, then I'm going to go to Google. Come on, you can do it. Why are you crashing? A lot of people on ChatGPT are using all the... Wow, I've never seen that. I wonder why ChatGPT is having such an issue with this. I've really never seen it like not work that many times in a row. That's impressive. Okay, let's see what Google says. Okay, let's just do this. How much is it? It's $50. That's 5%. You're not getting 5%. You get 0.45. Yeah. So you'll have $50 at the end of the year. You have $1,050. It's something, but it ain't. I don't think it's breaking the bank. Definitely ain't breaking the bank. Okay. So broker accounts for a checking account. Okay, what are stocks, bonds, and ETFs? We talked about stocks in another video. Stocks simply is your ability to invest in a company. We're going to talk about the other ones today. We're going to talk about other stuff. Let me close all these tabs. Okay. Bonds. We want to talk about bonds. Bonds, I don't know about it. I'm not invested in bonds. I'm trying to understand what they are. I'm definitely... okay, this is perfect. Think of a bond as an IOU between you and a company, municipality, or government. You act as a lender and the borrower. The company pays you interest for the life of the bond. When the bond matures, you get your initial investment back. So I guess I'll lend somebody money, 5, 10, 20 years, whatever. They give you that money back plus interest. Generally, that's how it works when you loan somebody something. Bonds are investments in debt that provide regular interest payments. Okay, regular interest payments for a fixed period, and the principal investment is returned. Okay, so yeah, and I knew a bond. I was reading earlier too that bonds are. Here's the pros and cons. I was reading earlier that a bond should be used by people that are generally older and close to retirement because they're less risky than a stock, and you don't have the situation where you're 62, you need to retire at 65, and the stock market crashes at 62. So now your portfolio went from, I don't know, $1 million down to $850K. That's a bad situation to be in. So bringing down your level of risk once you get close to retirement, it's going to be a good idea. I'm going to have to get a new chair because I bought this chair on Amazon for like $50, $100, and it's annoying me. I know it's got to be annoying you guys for sure. And I don't want to have that sound. Like, I'm trying my best not to move. So, okay. Those were bonds. The next ones we want to talk about is ETFs. ETFs. I looked up some earlier too. I'm going to show you. I looked up some earlier. No, that's not it. ETFs. Here they are. ETFs. So ETFs, exchange traded fund, is a type of pooled investment security that can be bought and sold much like an individual stock. The main difference between an ETF and a mutual fund is that though a mutual fund is a pooled investment, it trades only once a day after the market close. That's a mutual fund, right? Mutual fund trades after the market close, which is interesting because I don't know how it's traded when the market is closed. But an ETF is a pooled investment security holds multiple underlying assets. So it's a pool of companies, right? That you can buy, you can invest in. And I don't have any ETFs yet either, but I plan on buying ETFs as well. Okay, look, cash invested in ETFs. And over the years been increasing. It's not as risky before because you're buying, like, instead of me buying individual stocks, like how I'm literally invested in individual stocks. I have no ETFs. Like I invest in the company itself. I have not put my money into like a group that is invested into like 10 companies, which I will do, but So for me, I really see like the gains of each individual company, right, and the losses. And the ETF is different because if you got an ETF full of 15 companies, maybe 5 of them suck, 7 of them suck, but the rest of the 8 do really good. So the ETF is kind of up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like not as risky because it's like a group effort, so to speak. So yeah. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about commodities. So commodities. What are commodities? Commodities are raw materials used to create the products consumers buy, from food to furniture to gasoline or petrol. Commodities include agricultural products such as wheat and cattle, energy products such as oil and natural gas, and metals such as gold, silver, and aluminum. Um, I like commodities, but the thing about commodities, what I'm understanding here is commodities are subject to natural disasters because if I don't know what Hawaii exports, but I'm assuming like pineapples. I don't know. I could be. That's like some ignorant thing that I'm saying. To be honest, probably right. Like maybe pineapples don't come from Hawaii, but let's just say for the sake of the conversation, they do. If you buy pineapples and you need pineapples from Hawaii, and they just had a fire last year or a couple years ago. Not like one of the islands really had a bad fire. Now that commodity has been damaged, and that's how you kind of lose value because you don't have the ability to have it. Same way with if the United States places tariffs, which is a tax on imports from other companies, uh, that that could impact the amount. Like if it costs me, right? Let's say I live in Hawaii and there's a tariff on pineapples, and you live in California, and for me to ship pineapples to California, let's say it costs $15, but the United States, this is what they do to countries. They say, look, instead of it costing you $50 to ship it, it's gonna cost you an additional $5. So now it costs me $20 to ship that commodity. I might not be shipping to California that much because every time I give it to you, it costs $20. And then when you see that in your grocery store, instead of you paying what you used to pay, you probably paying $30 because it costs 20 just to get it to you, right? So that's the thing about commodities. They're a good investment because I think investing in like hard resources is good because, but it depends on the availability of the resource. Is the resource like getting less and less, right? Like that's whole different things. When the war started with Russia, I think oil was trading at a lot of money because there wasn't a supply and demand. Russia exported oil to European Union and a lot of countries. It stopped doing that, so now a lot of countries in Europe had to find out other ways to get oil from other people, right? So now if you come to me, it is right. I could charge more because I know you really need it. So it's like it's just business, right? So I need to buy commodities. I want to buy commodities. I want to buy gold, sugar, cotton, coffee, for sure. Coffee. Everyone drinks coffee, so I'm gonna get into commodities for sure. Okay, this is a question for you to answer. Pause the video, and I want you to think: what is stopping you from investing? Why haven't you started? You can get in. What we talked about earlier. You can start investing today with $5. You go to Cash App, put $5 in there. You will own all of the share, but you own partial shares, right? So really ask your friends, family, neighbors, lovers, spouse, whatever. Um, you need to put your money somewhere. And I don't know that many places where you can put it in today and see it grow tomorrow, right? I don't know without uh, adding more time and energy into that vehicle itself. So comment in the chat, like what do y'all think is stopping y'all from investing? Okay, now we're gonna talk about the Magnificent Seven. I am so stuffy right now, like I can't even breathe. I cannot breathe. Like I literally cannot. Okay, Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven are seven stocks, which are Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla, which they have been supercharged the performance of the equity markets lately. So these are very, very, very valuable companies in the stock market that kind of gauge right industries. They gauge the health of the economy because they're very much traded a lot, and they're huge companies that we use like almost every day, and they're called the Magnificent Seven. So investing in these seven stocks is a great bet, right? Because they're going to be around for a while and they perform very well. Okay. What are the different sectors of the stock market? So let's go here. Last question. Last question. What are the different sectors of the stock market? There are 11 different sectors. I don't know what GIS is. GISC. What is GISC? Does it tell us? Global Industry Classification Standard is what that stands for. And then they said developed by MSCI. What is MSCI? When you read a document, any acronym, generally speaking, has to be spelled out. Like the first use of it, right? So they did it here. So you should see it. It'll be just this for the rest of the document. This, I mean, it's a link, so it is what it is. But anyway, so these are the 11 sectors: healthcare, materials, energy, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, industrials, utilities, financials, information technology, communication services, real estate. That's pretty straightforward, and it gives you a breakdown of what each sector is, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the different sectors, right? So I will be providing this video. I will be providing the links to. I mean, you see it here. I'll also be providing the link to this mic, the link to this camera. You only need the camera and the mic, and OBS is what I'm using. OBS is a free, so the mic costs I think $200. The camera costs around $200. The headphones, I don't really even need to have them on. I just do. Cost it, I don't know, $60. But I'm gonna provide a link to that stuff in case y'all want to get it streaming. Maybe I'll do a how-to guide on how to stream or how to upload videos to YouTube. I'm not doing any editing. Like, maybe because I'm sick, I don't want to edit. I should edit because, yeah, I should edit, but I'm not going to edit. Not right now. I just don't want to. I don't care about looking at real fresh and pretty. That's just not who I am as a person. I'm a flawed individual. I'm sorry to say that, but it is what it is. So take a look at this video on YouTube or from my Netflix about the stock market. I'll be providing some other links down here. I'm gonna provide the Magnificent Seven. Let me do that right now in the document so you can invest in those stocks and look at those stocks. And I just appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please, please, please share this video. I just want to like help people in whatever way I can. This is the way I can help you guys right now. I'm showing you my account. This is no, what do they be doing that? People be talking about scammers. They be doing the, I don't even know what the account is called. I be seeing it on a play account. I don't know. They be talking about some account where like it's not their real account. Like when people show you they made like 200,000, 300,000 a day or 20,000. They be like, is this app like it's a play account? This is not that. This is my actual account. I mean, you can see it's not like even that much. You're never gonna see. You only see this because I just put an additional 4,000 in the account. But yeah, tomorrow you will see. Right, you will see. I mean, you can see right here, right? I made just roughly $100 from Sunday to when the market closed on Monday. I was only up $100. So please, please, please check out my other videos. Comment below, share. I'll see you guys next time. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. Hopefully I'm not sick next time, and then hopefully, right, I sound a little better, and then hopefully you don't have to hear this at your chair. But until then, y'all take it easy. I appreciate it.